My name's Dutch Kellerman, third-generation rancher on 47 acres of Texas land I inherited in 1995. For 28 years, I've raised 30 head of registered Black Angus here. 18 months ago, cancer took my wife Sarah fast and brutal, leaving me with memories and a ranch that felt too quiet. Then Willowbrook Heights sprouted up. 200 mega-coulombs mansions on former farmland. Suddenly, I had neighbors who wanted country aesthetics without actual country life. Enter Cordelia Whitmore, 49-year-old former California lawyer HOA president, driving a Tesla with eco-fam plates. She treated every dispute like corporate warfare. RST came noise complaints about my cattle at dawn, then certified letters about agricultural odors. Legal threats arrived every Tuesday, demanding I relocate my livestock. But Cordelia discovered a 1960s easement in county records, emergency vehicle access only, running through my main pasture where Taurus, my 2,200-pound prize bull, had ruled for 6 years. October morning, I found surveyors marking my trees without permission for Cordelia's planned $80,000 bike path. She stood filming, satisfied she'd found my weakness. Within 48 hours, she escalated to full legal warfare with cease and desist orders claiming I was interfering with approved infrastructure. .br first. Hired Mackenzie Reeves, a local agricultural attorney. .br. We discovered Cordelia had forged my signature on recreational use consent forms. The easement specified emergency access only, and converting it required new documentation and verified landowner consent. Deeper investigation revealed Cordelia's California law license had been suspended 3 years ago for forging client signatures and misappropriating funds. While Mackenzie built our legal case, I started my own project. 30 years of raising cattle taught me animals respond to behavioral conditioning. I began audio association training with Taurus, playing car alarm sounds during feeding, rewarding him when he moved toward the noise, particularly Tesla alarm sounds at 1200 hertz. Cordelia launched environmental warfare, hiring her brother-in-law posing as Dr. Richard Petton, environmental consultant, who claimed my cattle contaminated creek water. His credentials were fake, bachelor's in business, zero scientific training. Real EPA testing showed my grazing actually improved water quality, while HOA fertilizers created pollution. When exposure of her environmental fraud failed, Cordelia escalated to criminal harassment. Someone contaminated my water troughs with motor oil, slashed my truck tires during Sarah's memorial service, and shot 2 cattle with pellet guns. She'd hired Apex Security Services, actually convicted felons recruited through Craigslist, using embezzled HOA funds. Mackenzie's forensic accountants uncovered the truth Cordelia and husband Brad had embezzled. $890,000 from Willowbrook Heights over 2 years. Brad's tech company was hemorrhaging money. They were 3 weeks from bankruptcy when Cordelia discovered my property's development potential. Her bike path was designed to force me out so they could sell to developers for $3.2 million. But it was worse, personal. 25 years ago, my wife Sarah had filed the California bar complaint that destroyed Cordelia's legal career. This entire scheme was elaborate revenge against a dead woman. Mackenzie revealed the FBI had enough evidence for immediate arrests on federal charges carrying 15-year minimum sentences. They wanted dramatic public arrests at next week's annual HOA meeting when Cordelia planned to announce eminent domain proceedings. Realized I could have both legal justice and personal satisfaction. Mackenzie would coordinate FBI arrests. I would engineer public humiliation using 2,200 pounds of perfectly conditioned agricultural justice. Redelia's desperation drove final escalation. Her operatives tried planting explosives in my barn to frame me for terrorism, but my security cameras captured everything. FBI arrested 2 Blackstone operatives. Monday morning, Cordelia attempted bribing Sheriff Thompson with $50,000 to raid my property. Captured on federal recording devices. .br first. Installed a smartphone-controlled gate system for under $200, allowing remote bull releases with precision timing. Taurus now responded to Tesla alarms with remarkable accuracy from 400 yards. Awabra br. Why? Expecting molasses treats. Monday evening, 300 residents packed the community center. Cordelia arrived in her white Tesla, parking exactly where I predicted, adjacent to the fence near Taurus's grazing area. She announced from the podium, "We've successfully resolved the agricultural obstruction preventing our bike path development." Mackenzie stood, displaying forged signatures. "Would you care to explain how you forged my client's signature?" Financial documents showed $890,000 embezzled from HOA funds. BI Special Agent Martinez stepped forward. "Mrs. Cordelia Whitmore, you're under arrest for federal racketeering, mail fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy, and attempted bribery." Cordelia bolted toward the exit, frantically pressing her Tesla's panic button. The 1,200 Hz alarm triggered Taurus's conditioned response. "I activated my gate controls." Oris charged through the fence with 2,200 pounds of behavioral justice, heading straight for the Tesla. The community poured outside to witness my prize bull systematically destroy every panel of that $90,000 vehicle with methodical precision. Local media captured everything. "Your insurance doesn't cover acts of livestock justice," Agent Martinez told screaming Cordelia, handed her civil lawsuit papers. "Progress waits for no bulls, sweetie." 6 months later, Cordelia received 7 years in federal prison plus $1.2 million restitution. Brad got 5 years. Their assets were forfeited. The demolished Tesla, McMansion, everything BR. The new HOA board implemented the Good Neighbor Charter. The bike path was completed carefully routing around my property with proper easements I voluntarily granted, including educational signage about agricultural heritage. I established the Sarah Kellerman Memorial Agricultural Education Fund with $200,000 from settlements, supporting young farmers at Texas A&M. I donated development rights to Texas Land Conservancy, ensuring my 47 acres remain agricultural land forever. Taurus became the Justice Bull. His Tesla destruction video generated 15 million views. Our annual Heritage Ranch Festival attracts 2,000 visitors for educational tours and fundraising. Mackenzie and I expanded the Ranch Defense Legal Foundation, a nonprofit providing legal representation for family farmers facing corporate land grabs. The state legislature passed the Kellerman Act, strengthening agricultural protection laws. Evening at sunset, I watched Taurus grazing peacefully where Cordelia tried building her fraudulent path. Sarah's memory lives on through scholarships, protected land, and the lesson that ordinary people can defeat corruption through persistence, documentation, and occasionally very well-trained bulls